Welcome to OpenTX. Welcome to OpenTX.
Bad on that one. Bad there again. These all seem fine through here. Telemetry is a little bad. Let's go into model menu. Bad on that screen. Page 10 in the model menu. Terrible. Back to system settings. Let's see, page 2, 3, 4. 4 looks terrible. The rest seem fine though. Alright, let's change the it's a 25. It only goes to 30 and it starts to show all over the place, but that's probably because of the contrast. Let's take a look. There it is, page 4 is terrible. The rest are okay, they got a little bit of ghosting, but that's because the contrast is all the way up. But look at 4. Let's escape. There's the regular menu. These all look, well, that one's a little bad. Go to telemetry, looks bad. Telemetry, all pages in telemetry look bad. Escape that. Go back to model menu. Go through the pages in there. They look okay. A little ghosting because we're at full contrast, but that page, terrible, terrible, terrible. Page 10. Actually 12 too. Alright, let's turn the contrast back down. By the way, brightness is only at halfway, I believe, or no, it could be 50%, so it actually does go quite a bit higher. It starts to lose everything down low. No, I'm sorry, that's on contrast. Brightness, it's not a brightness issue, because brightness is working. It shows up much worse if you go full brightness, though. Okay, let's go here. Page. There it is, page 4. Global function page, just terrible. And then I'll escape. Regular mode. Modes are fine. Regular menus. Telemetry gets terrible. Oops. Escape that. Let's go over to model menu. Page it. These all look fine. Till I get to right here, page 10. Terrible. The rest are good though. Let's go back in. Turn the brightness back down. We don't need it that high. Go to about 50. That looks good. Go back up to contrast. Only goes to 30. That's as high as it goes. And then it disappears at about 17, 16, 15. It goes to 10. That's as low as it goes, and it just disappears. But if I leave it at 10 and escape and go to some of these screens that were darker or ghosting, you can't see none of the other screens, barely, but you can see global function pops up darker. Global functions pops up darker again. Okay, let's get out of that. Telemetry comes up. These pages all look very light because of the contrast being light. But when I go to telemetry, all of a sudden you can see it more. Let's escape here. Model menu. Can't even see it with this page. And you'll see the one menu will get darker. Right there. Page 10. Functions. Special functions. Much darker than the rest. Escape. But the ideal place that it should be at.
4 minutes.
Oops. I can't even really see this now. Back in. So you got a 10, 10 to 30. I'll go to about 25. Seems good everywhere but those few screens. Well, 24, whatever. Exit. All right, page. These all look good. Except for that global functions page. Looks terrible. It's darker than the rest. Much more ghosting. Again, these pages look good. telemetry, darker, much darker. A lot of ghosting. Back to model menu. That all looks good until you get to the certain page. Right there. Terrible. I'll flip back and forth from that to that. Exit. Let's bring the contrast down a little more even. As soon as you start getting out of here, it gets really light and hard to read. I mean, that's bad. 16. Okay, but we'll leave it there, and as we go through the other screens, you can hardly even see it. But as you see, special function comes out perfect, and the rest are super light now. 2, 3, 4 is dark. 5 light, they're all light. Everything's light except for those few screens. Special or global functions number 4. Okay, back out of that. All these are fine. I mean, they're light right now because the contrast is down low. Go to telemetry, it gets darker, much darker. Every one of the telemetry pages much darker. And not so much ghosting, but you can't read the rest of the other stuff because it's light. Escape that, back to there. See how light that is on being that high? Let's go to model menu. Very light. Until we get to the one page that's much darker. Right there, logical switches. Oh no, special functions, I'm sorry. You can see the definite difference. See, these all look kind of light because of that, and then as soon as you hit special functions, super dark. Back to light again. So as you're going through, it's page 10. So typically I would go, because that's hardly even legible, I would go to, oh, I don't know, let's see, probably, I mean, you lose it all after about 15, you can't see nothing. Now to 10, to 30, okay. I'd say about 25 is a good, 25 is a good spot. Back out, start paging through. These all look okay. A little bit of ghosting, not bad. They all look the same until you get to page right here, global functions. Now it's all ghosting everywhere. The rest look fine here. Escape that. Go to the regular pages, they look fine. Go to telemetry, much darker, a lot of ghosting. Every page in telemetry has ghosting. Escape that, back to the normal pages, they look fine. Alright, let's go into model menu. That looks fine, every page except for the one. Right there. Look at all that ghosting. Look how terrible that is. Look how dark the screen is compared to the one before it, how it's not even, and the one after it, much clearer, much better. For some reason, those particular screens, and that one's kind of bad too, actually. But this one, special functions 10, and then in the system menu, global functions, way worse, plus telemetry too, way worse. Even with the light off, same situation. Let me try shutting it down and turning it on. You'll see a lot of ghosting on the lights. Look at the lines, terrible. Booting it up, same thing.
Welcome to OpenTX.
A lot of ghosting on the OpenTX logo too. You don't see it good on the boot up because the camera's not catching it, but it's there.
Welcome to
Feel the
OpenTX.
lines. Yeah, it's terrible.
Welcome to OpenTX.
That's it. Something's wrong. It's not the LED. It's not the light. It could be the LED screen. Not sure. But it's not the LED lighting. I've played with it on, off. It does it even when there's no lighting on. I can make another video of that if needed. Thanks. Bye.